everyone. Now I'm here to present the topic Verilog system design using HDL. Before getting into the topic, let's get to know why we have to learn about digital systems. As we all know, in earlier days, communication, storing and processing data was very difficult. In order to overcome this difficulty, we have found an alternative, that is the digital system. Digital, what is hardware description language? Okay, if we drive a bicycle, we know when to start, where to stop, when to apply brakes. Similarly, to describe a hardware, we need a hardware description language. But HTL is not a programming language, it is a description, rather it's a description language. HTL has syntax and semantics. HDL works concurrently. That is, whenever the input changes, it works instantly and changes the output. So HDL-based design flows target independent paths. It has three target independent paths. That is design specification, design entry, and functional verification. So categories of functional verification. Functional verification is divided into three categories, that is PLD, FGPA and GA or standard cell. PLD is a target dependent part. It has three divisions. First, the device is to be selected, and the selected device is to be programmed, and then it's to be prototyped. And comes the FGPA. FGPA, in this, the device is selected and synthesized and optimized. And next, after this, post-synthesis processes takes place. And uh, GA or standard cell, here in the synthesis, it has two phases, that is the synthesis and implementation phase. In the synthesis phase, the cell library is selected, it's synthesized and optimized, and post-synthesized and verified. And in the implementation phase, we have place and route, timing analysis, and prototyping. Okay, now going on to the evolution of HDL. Um, when when designs involved just a very few gates, it was possible to verify these circuits on a paper or with breadboards. But when it grew larger and when it was more complex, designers began using gate level models. So it was described in HDL with the help to help with verification before fabrication. Then designers began working with a large number of gates, and these gate level models were too low for initial functional specification and early high level design language exploration. And comes the final phase, designers again turn to HDLs for help. Abstract behavioral models written in HDL provided both a precise specification and a framework for design exploration. Next, advantages of HDL. Here, we can get the hardware without designing the hardware. That's what it tells about. What allows designers to talk about what the hardware should do without actually designing the hardware itself. Or in other words, we could specify the hardware without its implementation. A gate level minimization is one abstraction, and Boolean expression is another abstraction. FSM is abstraction for state machine. Functional specification, advantages of HDLs. Here, a functional specification, whether the module will work or not, we could come to know about it. So that is functional specification. And in the second point, we could decide about the cost, performance, power, and area. Cost that is cost for the number of gates, power for the number of gates. And if it's not fitting into my budget, I could change the way of realization of my design. So drive inputs, designers can create tools which automatically manipulate the design for verification, synthesis, optimization, etc. Drive inputs to the design apply the stimulus to the design, and the output and if the output is changed, the output is in line with my design, we say the design is successful. So this is what. Now let's compare the popular HDLs available in the market, VHDL and Verilog. ADA like very verbose syntax, lots of redundancy, but here Verilog is popular in the market. See, like concise syntax here. This is a very big disadvantage of Verilog, and in VHDL extensible types and stimulation engine. Extensible means we can create our own data types, whereas in Verilog it's built-in data types and we could use only the built-in data types. So there is no way for creating new stuff. So represent gate level data flow and behavioral modeling. So this is same for both VHDL and Verilog. Synthesizable subset, so it's the same. Harder to learn and use. VHDL is quite harder compared to Verilog. Now, modular construction of hardware. So this is a program. Uh, we have module at the beginning and at the end. A fundamental of Verilog is module. So we have module at the beginning and the end. What you see inside the parenthesis is an interface. The module is called adder and its interface is A, B, C, a carryout and sum. Imagine a block representation of 4-bit adder which has 2 inputs and 2 outputs. Here the so this is the thing, modular construction. Yeah, a modular construction of hardware. Module in instantiation creates module hierarchy. Instantiation is duplication, replication. It comes in that meaning. Modules are created together with nets. Ports are attached to the nets either by position or by name. Module full adder, input is A, B, carry is C in, and output is carry out and sum. So here coming to the program, module adder input 3 0, where 3 is the MSB, 0 is the LSB. It is 4-bit wide, and it is 4-bit wide. It's so we get a sum and a carry here. So when we have a 4-bit adder, we consider a 4-bit adder here, and we have sum and carry. Semicolon is essential. Here my emphasis is not on the implementation. I just want to show how to represent a Verilog code. There are open sources for Verilog. I suggest iVerilog and Percosys Verilog, which are freely available. And coming to half adder and full adder. Half adder here you no. Here you could note a difference. Earlier I have specified the input and the outputs outside the parenthesis. Here, yeah, but in this program I have specified it inside the parenthesis because the feature provided by Verilog, because this is a feature provided by Verilog, launched in 2001, and implementation of 1-bit adder, a half adder and full adder. So half adder, it has inputs as A, B, sum and carry, and inputs are XOR. Sum is performed by XOR in Boolean expressions. XOR 1 is optional, but the first XOR is primitive. Here two inputs are present, that is A and B, and 2 outputs are generated, that is sum and carry. First we have here it is it is in positional association, that is yes, A and B. Output is placed first and then inputs are placed. Similarly in AND gate. So this is the thing. And coming to full adder, output is sum and carry output. Here we are using using carry wires. So carry wire 1, carry wire 2, and some wire. So next half adder 1, A, B, SW, CW1. Here only one half adder is I have initiated only one half adder, but it's replicated here. This is called instantiation. And with the OR gate, it makes a complete adder. Finally, we have to simulate. Uh, Finally, we are simulating this. After designing this adder, we have to simulate it. If the response is matching our requirement, we say the unit under test, that is UUT, or the design under test is working. But if we have to here finally we have to instantiate the full ladder by its simulus, observe its outputs, see the responses and verify the responses as per our requirement, and say that the design is working functionally correct, and we go for the realization, which is the technology related part. But here our focus is not on the technology part, it is on the Verilog part. That is to describe the hardware effectively. Thank you.
Tarunika, that was amazing. I
Yeah,
felt like I was in
thank
a
you.
classroom, I was in my college hearing to my lecturer saying many things about computer hardware and software. So I felt like that. Okay, and you have given more information about HDL and modular construction. I think you have done a big research, and first and foremost, I would like to say that your presentation is very, very good, and the way you have taken to that through your voice, okay, it was very nice. And I felt like I want to hear more from you. So it was so naturally you have given. It is not like you have mucked up something and you have told. So it was a very good presentation and very good go. Keep it up, my dear.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir?
Hi, Tarunika. So I think, as ma'am said, you have done a really lot of good work. So your presentation tells like how much you have worked on and the research, and the presentation starting from young, like starting with the evolution and its advantages and how the programming you can do the syntax, and not even just syntax. You have also explained the syntax about how it works, etc. So that is really good. It's a good presentation overall. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Tarunika. Contestant number Sci-Fi 1411 M.
Welcome everyone. This is Lavan from Zai International Public School, Chennai. Today I'm going to give you a PowerPoint presentation about science and technology on light. Light is very important. We can see things only when there is a light. Things that give out light are called sources of light. Natural sources are sun, moon, lightning, stars, whereas artificial sources are candles, lamps, projectors, and TV. Okay, get ready. Let's go into my topic. My topic is refraction of light. Okay, what is refraction? Let me tell you. Refraction is the bending of light as it passes from one transparent medium into another. Light travels in a straight line. But remember, for refraction, materials need to be transparent. Let me try an activity and explain you with some examples. For that, we just need a transparent glass filled with water. Draw an arrow mark in the paper and see through the glass. And here's the magic. It will change its direction. It happens because of bending of light, and that effect is called refraction. And what? When we switch on the torch, a beam contains many rays of light. Okay, how will the light bend? So that we need a transparent material like glass. See here, as it enters, it bends and changes its direction when it travels from one medium to other medium. Do you remember what Materials need to be transparent. Okay, let me finish it off today example. For that, we need to take a pencil, put it in a glass of water. The pencil will appear bad. It's due to distraction. How would happen? Unweaving the seed of magic, how it bends. Are you ready to give answers? Okay, let me tell the answer. Yes, it changes the speed of light. Since glass is denser than air, it flows from the light when it enters the glass block. So it changes and speed of light causes bending. Hope you understand. Finally, I am done with my topic and I am going to bend away like light and hope it's a perfect one. I thought whether I can do this presentation or not, but by God's grace, finally I did it successfully. Hope you enjoyed my presentation and thank you for your precious time to listen to my presentation.
Very good, Lavan. That's a good presentation. We'll ask our ma'am.
Lavan, wow, it was very nice, Lavan, and the way you have expressed about light and refraction of light was very, very good. And I think you have worked hard for the presentation also. That was awesome. And you, at last, you said that thank you for spending the precious time. It's not only our precious time. You have spent your precious time by doing all these presentation, by learning everything, by doing some research. That was a good effort, my dear. You go on, keep going. Okay, all the best.
Thank you.
Hi, Levan. This is a very good presentation about light and its refraction. So it is just not only it's not just for, yeah. So the way you expressed with a practical example of how it happens, so it tells that you really understood the topic about light refraction and etc. That's really good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Lavan. Contestant number Sci-Fi 15, Kanishka KM.
Hello everyone, hope you all are doing good. Today I am here to show the PowerPoint presentation of the topic Science and Technology then versus now. Now let's get into the presentation. Before going into the presentation, let me say what is mean by science and technology then versus now. It's nothing that how science and technology was in ancient period and in today's modern period. I have shared how it developed to. Come, let's see. First of all, let's see the advantages of science and technology. It makes our life easier in many ways. It helps us to organize our daily activities. This helps our work can be done faster. For this sentence, I am going to take an example of a kitchen equipment named dishwasher, which is used for washing vessels. Some work-going woman or a busy woman might not have time to wash the vessels. For this problem, the dishwasher is using a lot. See how science and technology has developed. And the last point is, it helps us to communicate more easier with others. You all know that the example of this sentence is a mobile phone or any other gadgets. Do you know, in ancient period, there are no gadgets at all. If one person wants to meet his friends or relatives, he or she has to move from one place to another place. But in today's technology, because of these gadgets, it's very easy for communicative purpose. Now, let's see some examples of ancient technology versus modern technology. Before going into the examples, let me say what is mean by ancient technology and what is mean by modern technology. Ancient technology is nothing that the period of the technology which was in olden days, and modern technology is nothing that the period of our technology which we are living now. Now let's get into the examples. The first example is a mobile phone. Do you see differences between these mobile phones? Yes, the picture you see in the then column is the telephone which was invented for the first time. As I said already, mobile phones are very important for communicative purpose. In olden days mobile phones, we can't see the time and can't play games or nothing. It's only available for speaking purpose. But in today's phones, there are more options like face lock, number lock, pattern lock, and etc. Now, let's get into the second example, roads. Roads are very important for transport and social benefits. In olden days, roads are very dangerous and were often stone paved and metal cambered for drainage, and there were many problems. But in today's technology, roads are well paved and they are constructing highways too. Now, let's see about transports then versus now. Transports are very important for a person to move from one place to another place. In olden days, they used bullock carts only for transport purpose. But bullock carts are very useful for controlling air pollution. In today's technology, there are many transports like ships, flights, and more. Now, let's see about houses. Houses are very important for a person to reside. In ancient days, houses are only built with mud, grass, sticks, and that too, they are not strong, and it has only one room too. But in today's period, houses are built with strong bricks, and they are modified like apartments and etc. Now, at last, let's see about cloths. Cloths can insulate against cold or hot conditions, and they can provide a hygienic barrier. In olden days, cloths are made up of grass. Think how different it would be. But now, cloths are made up of silk, cotton, and many other materials. So, I would like to end my presentation with a proverb based on science. Science is simply the word we use to describe a method of organizing our curiosity. This proverb is written by Tim Minchin. I thank the Let's Start YouTube channel for giving this wonderful opportunity to me. Thank you.
Hi, Kanishka. Thank you for your presentation. I think your flow was amazing, starting from starting to the end, and you have clearly done a very good work. I can see that to explain about the past and now how it is, and the comparison and the explanation about everything. It's really great. Good. Thank you.
Yeah, Kanishka, that was a very good speech, and as sir said, you have explained it in a very good flow. I can't find any distraction or something like that. And you have told about the past and the present. Yeah, that was a very interesting thing. So we are able to see many past thing, and we are able to feel the present, how we are now. That was a very good speech and very good slides. And keep it up.